What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last week, I saw XXX, The Return of Xander Cage. It's the third film in the XXX franchise. Now, you're probably thinking, there's such a thing as a XXX franchise? Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. XXX is a film that came out in 2002. It starred Vin Diesel and is directed by Rob Cohen. Rob Cohen directed the first Fast and Furious film back in, I think, 2000 or 2001. And he wanted to start another franchise with Vin Diesel. And he described it as a extreme sports James Bond. And that's what it was. It's a guy who, he did a lot of extreme sports, and then the CIA recruited him as a spy. Fast forward to 15 years later, in 2017, we actually have a third film. Now, this is a little bit different. Now, they still got the extreme sports athlete meets James Bond theme, but it feels more like Fast and Furious without the cars. Now, what makes Fast and Furious great now is the characters. You got a lot of characters in this film. So it seems like they wanted to apply that formula to XXX. And now we got a whole bunch of very abstract, colorful, and diverse characters. I mean, we got Tony Jaa. Of course, we got Vin Diesel. We got Donnie Yen, Chris Wu. We also have Deepika Padukone, Nina Dobrev, Ruby Rose, Michael Bisping. So you can tell that this is a very, very diverse cast. And like I said before, it's Fast and Furious without the cars. So take out the cars, and what do you got? Well, you got these characters and their physical attributes, their skills, such as the martial arts abilities of Donnie Yen and Tony Jaa. I really don't know what everybody else does. Chris Wu, he plays a DJ, and there was one scene where he chokes a guy with his headphones. I thought that was really, really silly. I mean, Michael Bisping's in it, and he's a bit of a brute force fighter. But other than that, you got Ruby Rose, who's a sniper. You got Deepika Padukone as I guess like a point woman, right? And she's good with guns and fighting. But I'll tell you, the two actors that really, really shine is Vin Diesel and Donnie Yen, because they have most of the screen time. Anyways, this is a completely mindless action movie. You don't even have to know what the heck happens in the first and second film to enjoy the third film. All you gotta know is that it is an extreme sports James Bond film. That's all it is. They recruit him because of his abilities or his physical abilities to do all these kind of stunts. And then now he's working with a team as opposed to himself. In the first film, he was working on his own. Now he gets a team. So it's kind of like a new generation's kind of Expendables kind of thing, or a Fast and Furious without cars, just like I described it before. But other than that, that's all it really is. And, it's a silly, mindless action film. I enjoyed a lot of the action. I really enjoyed the action. But everything else, like the poor acting, the silly dialogue, the poorly written dialogue, other than that, the predictability of this entire film, the story, it's all nonsense. Seriously, it is really just all nonsense. And a weak villain, I'm not talking about physically weak, I'm just talking about like the existence of a villain that doesn't even really, is not even memorable. Like, all that's just nonsense. It's just not great in any of those aspects. But for the action, it really shines. I really enjoyed the action. They do a lot of crazy things from like all kinds of stunts, a lot of martial arts and hand-to-hand combat, which was really well done. I thought that was really, really action-packed. A lot of gun battles, a lot of gunplay. But it's a fun popcorn movie, okay? That's all it is. Going with no expectations, going with your brain at the door, just enjoy the visuals for what you see. And there you have it. That's all I really got to say. It's really just a silly popcorn action flick. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because I enjoyed all the action and the visuals. And Donnie Yen really shines in this film. I hope he does more films because like he really did a great job in this film. And DJ Caruso really gave us a fun action flick. And there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this review. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. He says that I'm going to look for a friend. I know someone I can rely, I can trust on. And, you know, of course, they're referring to Obi-Wan Kenobi.